All right, so Keith, we have a lot to talk about today, man. What do you? All right, so
I want to start off with some good stuff, some good vibes first.
you want to start off with the good vibes first?
Yeah, because
All right.
that's gonna be the big thing. That's gonna bring the people in.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk Kanye West on Drink Champs.
Nah,
So,
my bad.
what?
Yay.
Oh,
On Drink
my
Champs.
bad. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, my brother. Excuse me.
Hey, that man paid a little bit of money to change his name. We're gonna address him as such.
Yeah, I mean, that reminds me of the scene on Coming to America when they were talking about Muhammad Ali. He said, his mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
Yo, the name Cassius Clay was hard though. I ain't gonna front. Cassius Clay, he sound like a fucking boxer.
Yeah, he does, but I don't know about that one.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna let you take the reins first, because there's a lot to unpack. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, no, I try to. So I watched the episode at the most 3 times, and the third time was just skimming through, finding my talking points and whatnot. One thing in totality that I can come up with is that it was very ramble jargon, very tangenty. Like almost every single answer to a question led off to a tangent that didn't answer the question but just opened up more questions.
Yes.
So
Yes. I wholeheartily agree.
I want to just talk about, he was talking about living out of his book bag, and you and I had like some slightly we spoke about it previously, but not in too much detail. Wanted to save that for this content. So give me your, what did you take from that?
All right, so yeah, him basically living out of his backpack or okay, so let me talk about what he said. He said his home is when his daughter FaceTimes him. That's
I wish you did have like a plethora of
right.
sounds.
I need a bigger one. But yeah, that's what he said. That's his home, right? And when he said that, I was like, oh, that's dope,
I was like, nigga, shut up. when he said that, I was like, come on.
Like I understood what he was saying.
I
was
get
like,
it, but
okay.
I don't get it at the same time. It's like, come on, we grown ass men talk about that is not home.
And he said his house was basically his backpack or his bag or whatever. He said sometimes my house can get a little bigger. So he was basically saying that
nigga said his house came up to like right here. I
yes.
was like, that coat you wearing cannot fit in
That's
that
what
house.
I'm saying. So the thing that got me, he basically, first of all, this nigga's one of the biggest narcissists I've ever seen. Like, it's honestly incredible how big of a narcissist that Kanye West is. So this man was basically, he was saying that, he wants to be so big that no matter what city that he goes to, he will always have somewhere to stay. And I was like, nigga, you mooching.
So I kind of want to go off that. He wasn't saying that in a sense of arrogance. He said leading into that he wanted to build relationships.
Yes,
and then he said because the whole point of life of as humans is to garner relationships to the point that your money is basically worthless, and then you have already enough rapport that you can just get through the door just by face value alone, which I understood and I agreed with.
The niggas who mooched off of me also had relationships with me too. So I mean, hey, just saying. But
man, talk about it.
I'm just saying. I had niggas mooch off of me before, and they were my homies. They had relationships with me. That means nothing to me. But I hear what you're saying. But also, there was a bit of a contradiction there, what you just said too. Not you, but him.
Yeah.
Because he said two of them actually. He said that basically how he was saying that we should get rid of like classism and like
he wanted to get away with the whole class system.
And like monetary shit doesn't really matter and blah blah blah. He said all this, but he put Travis Scott, Drake, Kid Cudi, Jay-Z, and Kim Kardashian in a group chat and said I'm worth more than all of y'all combined, which A is cap, and 2, what happened? That contradicts what he just said. Like, you cannot say we need to get rid of classism and be like, but I'm worth more than all of y'all though. Like, you feel me?
I don't know. He might be right about that. He has projected value.
No, he's not worth more than all.
If you want to talk about currently, maybe not. But
he said combined.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
yeah. I tried.
No, but that is a huge contradiction.
But no. Also, he's a Gemini too. So
stop, motherfuckers need to stop saying that. I'm a Gemini. It don't mean shit. I don't switch up.
You just switched up. You was just calm and collected, then you just turned the fucking Tasmanian devil just now. Like, that's all.
Have I ever switched up on you in a Kanye way at all? At all? You have to admit, I'm pretty much the same through and through. Give me that, Keith. You don't give me much. Give me that.
Yeah.
See? You tried to think
oh, boy. I was reaching into the memory banks. Motherfucking shit was firing that haven't fired in a while. It was like... it was like AutoZone.
Yeah, you tried to think of something, but no. Him being a damn Gemini has nothing to do with it. Kanye is Kanye, all right? I'm not going to say the man is crazy or he's off his meds or whatever. Kanye will always be Kanye, and that's what it is. Other contradiction that I heard when he said his he doesn't want to have a home, and how he's basically said he doesn't have a house right now, or he doesn't have a house at all, and his home is his daughter calling him or whatever. So he was talking about Kim's publicist and her. I think it was her publicist. What was she?
Continue talking, because he talked about the publicist, talked about the nanny. Like
yeah. He was basically saying how he did not fuck with her. Yeah. He said she in publicist, her ear. Yeah. He said I don't fuck with her. He said and then but she in my house. I said I thought you said you ain't have a house. It said that's really petty, but. Immediately,
I can just see your ass taking down notes, and he says that you like.
But that's just one of the petty things. Let me
rewind real quick. House. Let me look up the definition of the word house.
So my thing is, we had a conversation before this. I just want niggas, people in general, because there are people out here who think, first of all, don't get it twisted. I love Kanye. Like
you're honestly probably one of the biggest Kanye fans as far as old Kanye.
That's what I'm saying. I am a huge Kanye fan. Love Kanye to death. The man is a genius. But
for sure.
We all have to recognize that the nigga just be saying shit sometimes, bro. It's
smart,
okay.
Dumb nigga shit.
Yes, it is. It's completely okay. All right, Kanye just be saying shit, but I need you guys to stop acting like everything that he say is gold. Be like, nah, it just went over your head, Nick. He's not saying shit.
You didn't open your eye.
See, that's that shit.
These were open. What about this one, huh? Your chakra ain't in line. Where your stones at? They not right here. Getting energized by the moon,
bro.
Come on.
This is how I know he just be saying shit, right? So when they played the game, you know how they play the game with Drink Champs, where they'll be like, this person or this person. Yeah. He was like, and they gave him Pharrell or Timbaland. I would have went with Timbaland too, by the way. Yeah, sure. He was like, see, but I'm gonna go with Timbaland because he from Virginia. And he was like,
but mind you, this is 8-10 shots in.
That's true.
You are going to forget where your mom from. Like, that is true. Yeah, she all the way in the Alabama.
Like, that man just be saying shit, and it's okay. And I'm sorry, no matter what explanation that he gave for the whole slavery was a choice thing, which I'm surprised they didn't get into. He just be saying shit.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised they didn't get into that too. But
there is a part 2 coming though, Thursday.
But I think that's only going for when Fred Hampton Jr. is going to be talking. Because remember, he was saying he wanted to set aside time for Fred Hampton Jr. to talk about what was going on with his father.
Oh, okay. You might be right. Okay. But anyway, I'm sorry. I was all over the place. But
yeah, no, you was just like, your eyes started to open a little bit, but for the wrong reasons, man. But and then also, before he was going into the questions, he was talking about Soulja Boy too, about the whole Soulja Boy situation. and that shit was probably one of the funniest snippets or anything that, like, audio clips that you could find, because he was like, Soulja Boy the future and everything, it's pretty good. And N.O.R.E. was like, oh, then apparently he's mad at you because you took him out of the album. He was like, oh, you didn't hear his verse?
And he said it with such sincerity. Like, you didn't hear the verse? And everybody in the room started dying, but N.O.R.E. was like, he was confused.
Yeah, he was like, was it good? No. But he the future though. And then Soulja responded in typical Soulja fashion. It's like he was the baby mama that was waiting for money for milk and realized the baby dad's out there buying Jordans. He's like, oh, you motherfucker. You said you didn't have nothing for no true milk. You out here buying the brand new Midnight Sixers.
Yeah, the Midnight Sixers. Yeah, man. But that's another thing. It seems like a lot of these, can we talk about the relationships that he pretty much like dogged out?
Yeah.
Like, all right, so, and it's weird because this seems to be a theme. Like, he said that about Soulja Boy. He was fucking gassing Soulja Boy. He showed the text messages. He was like, bro, he was gassing.
Academics read the text messages.
Yeah. He was like, if you didn't like it, why didn't you just say, don't gas me? And I understand that. As much as a clown Soulja Boy is, like, don't do that and then go on a fucking podcast and be like, nah, that shit was trash. Like, that's goofy to me, you know?
Yeah, that's like that shit when you was a little kid and you were told that you was gonna go out somewhere and then your ass still in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking out the window like
I was about to say I wasn't even a kid. I was doing that shit in college. Like, yeah, I see y'all out there.
It's different. You was doing that.
You're right. I was doing that,
but having it done to
you. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, plenty of time I was in situations I could have not been in. But
yeah,
you was like, yeah, I'm going. I actually just took a nap. I'm about to get ready right now. I'm just like, damn, 10 is taking a long ass nap. Go on now.
Woo, that nap, like, so you took a 16-hour nap. Mm-hmm.
No, facts. I be hitting you up like, hey, man, I wasn't coming. Hey, man, I gotta be real with you. I wasn't going. I was like, oh, well, after the fact, like, yeah, I know that now.
Yo,
like,
you know what's funny? I was only doing that just because I thought it was hilarious.
I know.
Telling people I'm gonna see you out there.
You got a sick sense of humor, man.
Yeah, I see y'all out there.
You the type of motherfucker that on that day come when you gonna be passed and then we gonna go to the casket. You and I in the casket. Your ass at Popeye somewhere and some shit. Oh, y'all thought I was gone.
Oh, y'all thought I was done. Y'all thought I was done. Oh,
man, no. Y'all crazy. What's up? What's up, y'all? Who y'all got in the casket? Who in the box? But yeah, back to what you were saying about the relationship.
So he dogged out. First of all, this man hates John Legend.
Man hates the fuck out of John Legend.
I didn't even know there was an issue there, but John Legend was the one that I could. I don't know if I could say I could understand, but I wasn't as surprised.
You can see some shit. You can be like,
maybe
John Legend.
So here's one of the. I'm gonna get to the big one, the big one that really pissed me off in a second.
Okay.
But Just Blaze. Are you familiar with Just Blaze? Aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for those of you who do not know, Just Blaze is
awesome producer,
top 5 favorite producer for me. Like, he produced half of the Blueprint. He produced so much of Jay-Z's stuff. This man's catalog is fucking ridiculous, right?
And if you're a Street Fighter fan, he did the song for Street Fighter 4. On the trailer, yeah.
Right. So Just Blaze has accolades out here, man. And Ye was like, Just Blaze, he copied off of me. If you listen to the whole, he said the first half of the Blueprint, he copied off of me.
You could tell that shit was asinine when Jay-Z got on fucking Clubhouse to say something.
That's what
Jay-Z had Instagram for one day and ended that shit. That man downloaded another app that he probably deleted already just to clear it. Hey, y'all, I don't think that... To say someone copied off another person, it's a little esoteric.
But to Jay-Z's point, he's absolutely right.
I don't know if I used that word in the correct sense.
Probably not. But so Jay-Z, he was like, okay, Ye gonna have his opinions no matter what. But to say that Just Blaze copied him is not. He said that's not fair, because when it came to the Blueprint, he said everybody had the same assignment.
Yeah,
soul, and that's the entire Blueprint. There's only one song that sticks out like a sore thumb on the first Blueprint.
Oh, the first.
On the first Blueprint, there is only one song that sticks out like a sore thumb, and that's Renegade, and that's because Eminem produced Renegade. Yeah. So, and that's also the most unique to me. It's my favorite song on that album as well. But yeah, so. And I found it funny when he said that, because it clicked in my head. The Blueprint always sounded like, to me, like when I heard it as a kid, it sounded like one person made all the beats, just because of how like soulful,
uniform it was.
Yeah, just how uniform and how soulful it was. But Kanye made Heart of the City. He wanted to give that to DMX actually. He made Heart of the City. He made H to the Izzo. He made Girls Part 2. That was the last track on the album. And there was one more that I'm missing, but yeah. And then Just Blaze, he had the crazy tracks like Song Cry on there. Like, bro, come on, how you gonna? That's not fair. So I'm gonna let you think. I'm gonna let you take this one first, and then because I have a lot of thoughts about this because this person is one of my favorite fucking rappers. All right, he said the worst thing that he did ever was sign Big Sean to Good Music. Your thoughts first, please.
The worst thing, see, he didn't really give any context as far as musically why that was the worst. He didn't say he lost money. Didn't say his value plummeted. Didn't say it wasn't like T.I. with Iggy Azalea when it was clearly known that T.I. made the worst choice and T.I. openly stated, yeah, this was a bad one.
Exactly,
but it seemed more personal, and he speaks about that because it leads into the whole situation with him and John Legend. It was like if when he was running for president, he didn't like the fact that apparently I don't remember seeing it, but I can see it in my head, but I don't remember like John Legend and Big Sean openly going against him in regards to making the public aware that they were going for Democrat. They were going for the Democratic vote. And then, he said it, Pusha, he voted Democrat, but he didn't go out publicly to say, saying like,
yeah,
out his man, so like that. And that's why he's still cool with Pusha to this day. But as far as John Legend and Big Sean, didn't like the way apparently they were catering to the white masses or anything.
All right, so I am a Big Sean fan. Like I am a fan. This man has gotten like crazy talented over the years.
Yeah.
Like it's his lyricism is fucking stupid. So I follow this man very closely, right? Big Sean is not political. He's never told anybody to vote. He's never said anything. Matter of fact, there is an interview that I screenshotted in here somewhere. I have to find it, where he was praising Ye. He didn't say anything negative about it because they asked him about it, but he didn't say anything negative. He didn't say he was going to vote against him or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But he did tweet. He said, "The Dems, no, I didn't get used by anyone or endorse anyone publicly at all because I'm not political. That's what's hilarious. None of it is true." And he doesn't even know what he's talking about. I'm rolling. So that's what I'm saying. So it pissed me off because I saw a lot of comments on the internet and like on Twitter and Instagram, and people were saying, "Nah, like I understand what Ye's saying. If you even DJ Envy said this stupid shit. If you my mans and you change you change somebody's life, like you gonna go back on your boy like that." First of all, the nigga never did it. He never said anything about Ye running for president besides that one interview, and he was praising him.
Yeah.
And second, my thing is, yes, okay. He has done a lot for Sean, which is why Sean constantly thanks Kanye, like all the time. Yeah. Like he always telling that story about how he rapped for him in the at the radio station or whatever. But also, you think I'm finna blindly follow somebody
into the dark abyss
just because you gave me a record? Shit, and he owed Big Sean money. He owed Big Sean about $6 million.
Apparently, it's gonna go a lot.
Yes.
The man apparently owes Beanie Siegel for coming up with the nickname Yeezy.
50 mil.
Which, I'm gonna go into that after you finish that. Yeah. But I'm gonna get your shit off.
All right. I mean, I'm almost done. So, and for him to say that signing Big Sean was the worst thing he ever done was fucking stupid. Because if you look at good music, there were only a few artists who have sold in general, and Big Sean has went platinum multiple times. Like not once, not twice, not three, like at least 4 or 5 times by this point, right? Big Sean and 2 Chainz were the only profitable artists on Good Music. Sci-Hi the Prince didn't sell shit. He was a ghostwriter. And I love Good Music. I love Sci-Hi. Sci-Hi can spit. Like one of the most disgusting freestylers.
But as
like,
far as numerically, it wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there. Tiana Taylor didn't sell shit.
But she is a good artist.
But she's a great artist. Consequence, didn't sell shit. Niggas don't even know who Consequence is at this point. I'm sure some people listening is like, who is Consequence? Exactly. And that sucks because I like Consequence. Who else? John Legend actually sold his first 2 albums. After that, I don't know if he was stuck on Good Music.
Was Chance?
Chance was never on Good Music.
Oh yeah, Chance was always solo.
Yeah, and Travis Scott had his distribution through Good Music, so I don't even know if he count. And time out. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I just want to add this little thing before I hand it off to you. He said that when he was talking about Just Blaze copying him or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, I tell Trav, you copy me. That shit confused me because Travis Scott has literally written for Kanye West. Kanye doesn't write a lot of his shit.
Yeah, a lot of big artists don't write.
Yeah, so
shit.
I'm like, what are you even talking about right now? And he got a lot of his sound from Travis. So I'm like, what are you even talking about right now? But anyway, that's my thoughts about like Big Sean, because that was one of the best moves he ever made so far as good music, and Big Sean's still making good music to this day, no pun intended. Like his project with is a short little EP with Hit Boy. Like I liked it. It was fire. He got that song with Lil Durk and Bryson Tiller. Dope.
We gotta listen to it.
Yeah.
But back into the subject that you were saying about owing money, like apparently Beanie Siegel, he owes Beanie Siegel. You said 50?
50.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a numerical amount.
That's what he said.
Okay, well, yeah, he owes him $50 million, and he was like, man, I tried to give him his money and stuff like that. I'm like, man, it is 2021. There's hella ways you can give somebody money. You can wire that shit. That's always been a thing. You can ask that person what his cash app is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, they separated by land, sea, and water.
I'm confused. I said that to him, like, what's stopping you?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Hey, man. It is what it is. But yeah.
Another thing I wanted to get into.
Go ahead.
Is tell me, how did you feel about when he started explaining where his animosity came with Drake in regards to Sicko Mode when that was dropped? Do you remember what he was talking about?
I think that shit is all in his head.
I don't think it's all in his head, because I do agree with how he said it. Because if you have a person that's subliminally dissing you, talking about technically
okay, so you're saying if it is subliminal, like if
100% is.
I don't know if Sicko Mode was subliminal. I don't know. Like if first of all, if I want Drake to,
there's been people saying that when Drake comes at you, he does this shit that like affects your circle from the outside in, like talking to you, girl, talking like all that shit. And then when he said the verse about heading through the hills, give you girls chill, something like that.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, he knows he lives right here.
I mean, I was just referring to the Sicko Mode thing because I was like, I don't know that about that one, but no, the other, like that line right there, yes, I can completely understand. I don't even remember how this whole goddamn feud got started.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How did it get started?
I don't know. As you realize, it's so many sides to the same story.
Yeah.
So I think Drake's animosity with Kanye began when he gave him a beat or something.
Oh, it was Lift Yourself. Yeah.
And
then
Kanye decided to drop it anyway.
Saying scoopity poop.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah,
man. I play that shit on 25 on my car. You know what I'm saying? All the way up.
I never thought Kanye could make me cry laughing before, but that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, he was like, man, I'm going this verse right here. This verse right here. It's gonna be crazy.
Whew.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. So that's on Drake's side, and then Kanye is like, I can't remember where the origin started, but I just know where it's at right now.
Yeah,
and just like I can understand, like, how he did why he did what he did, because like imagine like he said, taking your kid to a party, knowing that Sicko Mode is gonna be played, and this person literally threatening about, fucking your wife, killing, all that shit.
Yeah,
you may not be saying it like directly, but still alluding to it. And I understood, even though he sounded kind of crazy, I understood it when he was like he could listen to a bar and make a dinosaur out of a dinosaur bone. It made sense.
I mean, I get it.
So I do understand that. So that's how I'm kind of with him on that.
I understand, although I still think some of it may be in his head, but I think that's where Drake is really getting him.
You mean some of it is in his head, as in it's not there, and he's just creating things, or are you saying some of it is in his head, like Drake did say this, but how you're accessing it and how you're materializing it, it's like basically anxiety. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that part. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Most definitely. So some of it, yes, but I wasn't too mad at that because like you said, I get it. But I mean, I don't think that beef is ever gonna stop. Did you see how him and Jay Prince?
Man, that shit reminded me when I was in elementary and I got in a fight and I had to say I'm sorry. Like, yo, whip my dad next.
Can you explain to me why niggas are so afraid of Jay Prince? Like, it's really bothering me.
I don't know too much about Jay Prince in general.
I don't like.
But
apparently
he's a gatekeeper.
Like, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like,
apparently a who's and who. Like, yo, you got to be in the know to know.
I don't understand because I'm like, it just seemed corny to me. Like, nah, Jay Prince told me, man, get the fuck out of here. Do what you want to do. Like, who the fuck is Jay Prince?
Yeah. So how about you come and it was like crazy because it's like
the way he was reading.
I mean, like, yo, you can rehearse this and then it didn't record, or you can have the person with the camera like have a phone and have it all the stuff up like that.
It looked like he really didn't want to do that.
Yeah, he was like, yo, somebody had a gun on him. Like Jay Prince probably had a gun on him. Like had the recorder dude, so it was like, yo, aim at this nigga. And he was like, yeah, on December 7th, Drake, would you like to please accept my apology and join me? And so, you know, because they're talking about Larry Hoover again.
Yeah. You think Drake gonna do that shit?
Oh, shit. Wait, my bad. Earlier I said Fred Hammond. Fred Hammond is a gospel singer.
I knew what you mean. I knew what you mean. I just didn't correct you.
No, I wish you would have. That's the whole point. This is a pot. Get your damn hands off me. This is a partnership.
In my head, I was crying.
Get your fucking hands off me.
I said Fred Hammond.
See, it be the people that you care close to.
But you said it right on the podcast. That's all that matters. If you would have said it wrong on the podcast, I would have corrected you.
I said it wrong. It wasn't Fred Hammond.
You just said Fred Hammond?
Earlier I did.
No, you said that before we started.
No, now I said the correct one.
That's what I'm saying. I said I would have corrected you if you would have said it wrong on the podcast. But we weren't on the podcast when you said it, so I got to chuckle in my head.
No, I did. I did say it earlier. We were recording, yes. I said Fred Hammond. Yeah. No, first, your old ass for not understanding what the fuck happened within the last 25 minutes. That's you.
First of all, I have a lot going on in my head right now.
No, you're just old, bro.
No, I'm not old. No, first of all, don't try to flip it on me, Mr. Fred Hammond. All right, he got the gospel going on over there. All right. No.
I don't know who we talking about, and you can't remember shit. It's okay. We both out.
No, but still.
Yeah, Larry Hoover. So.
Yeah, but anyway, you think Drake gonna do that shit?
Hell no. Hell no.
Especially with the shit he going through right now.
Going through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he part of that.
We'll get into that later. But yeah.
But now he probably got a fucking events plan for the fucking Minister of Canada.
That's what I'm saying. No, he ain't doing that shit. Let me see if I had anything else.
Kicking it with Trudeau.
Let me see if I had anything else to add with the whole Kanye. Oh my gosh, did you hear the rant? So this is when when he goes on rants, he relates everything back to himself. I told you, he's a huge fucking narcissist. It's so funny. Did you hear about like the story he was telling when his son was doing homework and he got frustrated? And
that shit was kind of like confusing me a little bit. And I was like,
bro,
you technically said the same thing over.
So the thing was, so he basically said his son was doing homework, and the thing basically said was 3 + 2 is 5.
Yeah.
So from what I understood, he was saying that it said the same thing, but it was just worded differently.
Okay.
Basically. So he said, "This is getting you prepped. This is getting you prepped for getting stopped for getting stopped by the police and thinking it's okay." I said, "Nigga, what?"
And I'm mad that N.O.R.E was like, That's an example that your environment can really like fuck you over, like because that was the environment. They could have stopped him right then and there, but they were like,
"Nigga," I instantly would have been like, "Huh?" Like, what do you mean?
And in some situations, he was like, "I don't know what the fuck you saying," but that one was definitely a cause.
And this is where he really went off the rails. He was like, "This is getting you prepped to be the person to get a job that you deserve
to apply for a job
that you deserve, and somebody like Virgil getting it." I said, "Damn."
Yeah, I was like, damn, this nigga hate Virgil. I was like, probably not anymore, but
he said he was jealous.
He was jealous, which is understandable. Like, we all are humans. There are moments that you happy. It just matter how you act and what you do with it, or how it materializes.
Again, I said, how did he relate it back to himself? He was just talking about like this is getting you prepped for those things. First of all, I haven't gotten jobs that I've deserved plenty of fucking times. Okay,
because you knew 3 + 2 is.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's not that bad. You move on. Rejection is prepping you. All right, things like that is prepping. And if you get stopped by the police, I mean, bro, that's gonna, whether you know it or not, that's gonna happen. Like whether you're aware or not, especially if you're black, that's gonna happen to you anyway, at least once in your life.
Yeah, not too many mathematical equations can prevent that. So I don't know.
I still do not get the correlation.
I wish I did know the correlation, because that might be I might open up another eye.
Yeah. So so now I'm gonna get to like the doper side of things, right?
All right, talk about it. We talked about the bad, the crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some good.
Yeah, let's talk about the good. So me being a big hip hop fan, me hearing Kanye talk about like just a whole bunch of hip hop, it's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, when he's comparing like the groups,
yeah,
who did we choose?
Yeah, one of the funniest things that I laughed at in that interview, because he was talking about him and Jay's relationship. He was like, when he said, damn it, I forgot.
He said,
when I do some yay shit
said,
and Jay do some Jay shit, we don't say shit.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. I said, that's hard.
That was funny.
But it's funny. So he acknowledged, like DaBaby and Lil Baby, mm-hmm. and it's nice to see, an older rapper acknowledge like the new school, because I actually don't mind Lil Baby. I'm not big of a fan on, because like I said, it always sound like he got a milkshake stuck in the back of his throat, and I can never understand him. But on some songs, I think that nigga is hard. Yeah. But But DaBaby, I actually like DaBaby a whole lot more. He's very unique. Very unique. And like Kanye said, he said he can go in and out of a beat, around it, like on the beat. He said it's stupid. So to see him and hear him acknowledge like these other artists out today, that was cool. And he had a lot to say about Nas, and he said Nas is his favorite rapper, which I didn't know. That's dope. But yeah, what else you got?
How do you feel about when they were saying basically people are trying to recreate him, like saying, well, now A$AP Rocky dresses better than him. Now Tyler Creator has better music videos. Now J. Cole has more baggage. Kendrick has better bar.
I did hear that.
Yeah, and I see it a little bit. Because honestly, I feel like Kanye is going to get to the point that he's going to push everybody close to him away from him as he gets older. Yeah. And it's going to suck, because he's such a gift to the art of music. Yeah. Because he literally is combined of fashion, artistry, as far as visual techniques, like the inner workings of beat production, all of that. Yeah. And I don't feel that maybe 20 years he's going to get the same social love. Probably not.
Because like the examples that I gave with all of the relationships that we were talking about, yeah, like for all that shit, even Just Blaze was like, bro, we just talked not too long ago about possibly working together.
Yeah, and these aren't some regular people. These are people that are held to high acclaim. That's going to distance. That's in the same field as you. That's going to make you even feel lonelier than what you may already feel.
And you know what's crazy? Big Sean was like, I was just with this man after he did the interview. Would you? Like, you feel me? So
that's like your girl pulling up to you on your birthday, give you a kiss and shit like that. Then all of a sudden somebody say, yeah, yo, Shawty just left my crib. Before or after she came to the fucking restaurant and ordered this steak and shrimp and gave me a kiss. Like, what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, man. But you know what? This is funny. I know you said something about A$AP Rocky, and they talked about fashion a lot. This whole time, I'm thinking, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not that fashionable. Because
you didn't know who half the names that he was saying?
No, that's not it. I knew the names, but the shit that A$AP Rocky wears, the shit that Ye wears, a lot of the times, I'm just like, you look like Andre 8000. What the fuck do you have on?
I ain't gonna lie, Ye be clean sometimes.
Ye do be clean sometimes, but a lot of the times, I'm like, what the fuck? You see those boots? Those new boots?
I wouldn't buy them. No. I wouldn't at all, but I can see the
I can't see shit.
I can see the good it provides.
I'm here with mine. I can't see shit.
Oh, man, that Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. But nah, I'm talking about like this is really snowy. You know what I'm saying? We talking about 8 inches. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's going to come in. But motherfuckers with skinny-ass legs cannot wear that shit. That shit look weird.
Somebody said I'm going to buy a pair for work.
I wish a motherfucker would tell me I had to change my shoes when I walk through them gates.
And even ASAP Rocky be wearing some nut shit. In my opinion, like with the whole Met Gala thing when he had that goddamn quilt.
That quilt?
Yo, and
that quilt that looked like the fucking crunch berries on fucking.
Somebody put this on Twitter and he took it off and he had some weird suit shit going on, and this chick she posted that video and she was like, the way he took off that ugly quilt and still gave nothing. So I'm just like, you know what, maybe I'm just not fashionable, and I'm okay with that because no, I don't care how much money I'm going to get, yo. No, I mean, maybe like some like, you know, some Balenciaga is cool. I don't really fuck with Gucci. Louis Vuitton is dope.
They all say niggas, so
you're absolutely right. But yeah. Anyway, going back to Ye, just the dope shit. Yeah, just hearing him. I love talks of hip hop and, you know, just reminiscing and comparing people. And one of the dope things I heard him say, he was talking about Busta Rhymes. He was like, man, I'll give my finger to have his voice. I was like, damn.
I can feel that.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger and I was here to do spit, I was like, yo, who is that?
Yeah. Busta Rhymes is crazy, bro. And also, this interview made me realize how many dope artists and legendary people we have in the industry. Like, I always
have been
in the industry. Like, I've always knew that, but I think it just hit me like while I was hearing him talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm really mad you wasn't here when it dropped, because I was drinking watching that. It's the best thing ever when you drink watching Drink Champs.
He couldn't go on the next week. Like, damn, man. But I'm trying to look at my notes. This one thing that appalled me kind of. He said that he didn't like Gold Digger and Touch the Sky, like that style.
He didn't personally,
but he loved like the Can't Tell Me Nothing and Say You Will, which I love all those songs. But I can see, because I feel like Can't Tell Me Nothing and Say You Will, that was off of 808s. I feel like that led into My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it gave that darker tone. And yeah, I don't know. I was just surprised. I was like, damn, but for him to say he don't like it at all, that's crazy. Thought it was interesting.
Yeah, because I liked it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved all of it. But shout out to Kanye.
Yay.
Shout out to Ye. I'm never gonna get used to that. It's rare I call him Ye, but whatever. Never gonna get used to that. You got any more thoughts about Ye?
Man, he need to hurry up and pay Beanie. That's all I gotta say, man. Now that he publicized that he was gonna pay him,
he fucked up.
I'm like, now you under a microscope. Now everybody that you owe is gonna be looking like, hey, wait a minute, you know what? 950.
Now you have to pay this man. He gave you that name? Shit. And it's funny. I remember because he mentioned one of his boys back in Chicago gave him that nickname K-Rock. And I was like, he said that in Drive Slow. He said he nicknamed me K-Rock so they leave me alone. You know, that he gave him that name. So he said everybody that I hang out with that's in like a hostile environment give me nicknames so everybody else will leave me alone. So that's why Beanie Sigel was calling him Yeezy. He's like, no, that's Yeezy. It's cool. He cool.